What's up, guys? Saturday, 113 days sober. Friday the 13th, I'll have 4 months sober. Um, you know, I just got back to my mom's to see Blake and my mom. Been here since yesterday, but I just got back from a meeting, and the topic, I loved it. It was simple, but choices, right? The choices we make. And it got my mind going a lot, right? Thinking about these choices that we all have every day. Um, Today, I have the luxury of having a choice, right? And what I mean by that is when I was addicted in my sick mind, I didn't feel like I had a choice, right? Although I did, I had a choice. Um, and I knew the choice like I should have made, but in my sick way of thinking, I didn't have a choice, right? I'm an addict. I'm stuck like this. Like this is who I am. Um, so today's a lot different. Today's it's nice having a choice. You know, I get to choose how my day's gonna go every day, and I have to choose: am I gonna fight today, or am I gonna lay down and give up today? I have a choice: am I gonna make today a productive day, or am I gonna do nothing and waste it away? Uh, for me, being sober, even if I don't uh, be that productive, it's still a win for me because I made the choice to fight these demons um, and win. So I choose not to put a bottle to my mouth. I choose not to put a needle in my arm. I choose not to put anything in my lungs today. You know, so even if that's all I do, that's fine by me. Okay. Um, and for me, having a good day or a bad day is a choice, right? I can choose to make it a positive day. I used to say that I refuse to let a bad hour or a bad morning or whatever cause me to have a bad day. Well, I lied. uh, Not on purpose, because I went through my down stage and I didn't know how to have a good day. I didn't know how to flip it. I knew what I thought I should do, but it didn't always work, right? Um, I got my car running. That took a huge weight off my shoulders, man. Like having the freedom to get up and pick up my kid, go to the mountains, go visit a friend um, whom I just got back in touch with. He's my best friend, like in the whole world. So that's cool, and he's sober, so that's freaking awesome. You'll probably be seeing some of him on here, actually, and it's that that helped a lot because feeling stuck, feeling trapped um, in a room or in a house while you're fighting shit up here is not fun. It's not fun at all. I can now go to different meetings, instead of going to the same old, which is good. Um, but choices, even in my sobriety, are not always the best choices, right? I'm notorious for making the worst choices, um, especially in my addiction and even in sobriety. Man, I'm human. Um, I f up a lot still. Um, I lead with my heart, though, right? The choices I make, I feel like they come from a place of care and concern and love and whatever. Um, I don't think things through. I don't know how to think things through. I'm learning how to think things through and to play the tape through, as they say, right? Um, I'm now learning that before before I make that choice or take that action, I try to play it out. What will happen? What's the next step? What's going to happen if I do this? What's going to happen if I do that? Which is embarrassing because I'm 41 years old. I should have this shit down, right? I should know how to make proper adult decisions and choices, but If I'm being honest, I don't. I really don't. I could lie and say I do all day, but I don't. And I don't know if you struggle with that as well, but um, and even today, choices I make that are wrong, you know, but trial and error, I guess. But I do know the best choice I made was to check myself into detox. And then after that, to check myself into inpatient treatment. I guess my top four choices, right? Detox, treatment, um, letting my son live with my mom. That was a hard one because that required me to give up the pride, uh, give up my son, um, and all that. I love being a father. I didn't mind being a single dad. It was fine. You know what I mean? Me and my son are extremely close and always have been. I've never been away from him. So this is, except for about a year when I was uh, first trying to get sober and he was with his mom. Um, but this is like the first time I've really been away from him. I've always been an active dad, and we are real tight, real tight. That was a hard choice, but for your kids, or at least me, for my kids, I'll give up my pride. I'll give up anything I need to. The drugs was tough, you know. I wish I could say that children will keep you sober, family will keep you sober, a job will keep you sober, a new wife will keep you sober, money will keep you sober, but none of that will keep you sober. I promise you. It might help for a while, but and I can't speak for everybody, I guess. I can speak for myself and for everybody I've ever encountered. Um, that none of that keeps us sober. What I have is a spiritual malady, okay? I have a spiritual sickness. Um, and that's what I'm working through with these steps, right? Um, the fourth choice I made, that wasn't a bad choice, was living in this men's home. You know what I mean? Not a men's home. It's a house. It's a big house, and there's 9 or 10 of us living there. And there's accountability. It's a sober house. You have to be working an active program of recovery, 2 meetings a week. We have daily chores, a weekly house meeting. We have responsibilities. We have um, rules, which is good. We have structure, and that's what I need. I need structure in my life. Um, Unfortunately for me, I need to be told what to do, right? Or directed. Um, the moment I start taking all that shit back and trying to run my life and go off my first choices, uh, it goes to shit, man. Horrible. Um, I need to take the time to learn and to grow and to build myself back up so I can be naturally capable of making responsible choices, right? Um, and it may sound easy. It may sound super easy for a lot of people. But for me, it's not. And for a lot of other addicts and alcoholics, I know it's not either. Um, I'm shocked as hell I made it 113 days, if I'm being honest with you. Once that pink cloud wore off, I got worried for a minute. I got a little bit worried. Um, I'm not going to lie and say that the thought of like amphetamines or methamphetamines hasn't crossed my mind. Because there's times where I just don't have the energy to do a whole lot, and this is my sickness talking. It's telling me up here, you can't do it. You can't do it without me. Like, you need me, and you need me, just a little bit. That's all you need. I've been fighting that more lately. I've been fighting those cravings lately. Which is weird too, because for somebody that absolutely hates methamphetamine or amphetamines, yet I did it so much. Um, and for someone that wouldn't do it without having opiates, opiates I haven't craved at all. Alcohol, haven't craved at all. Um, you know, cocaine, crack, none of that stuff I've craved. But amphetamines, I have a little bit. I guess cocaine is amphetamines, but you know what I mean. So I drink a lot of coffee, lots of coffee, um, and I push through it because if you get cravings, and I'm telling you this from experience, this does work. Um, if you have cravings, or you're fiending for some dope, um, you're craving a drink really bad, I promise you, it takes about 23 minutes and it'll go away. Sit on your hands, go read a book, go sit on the toilet, go take a shower, um, watch a TV show, whatever you need to do, it will pass. It's crazy. Some people told me that and I didn't believe it, but it works. Um, but for those 23 minutes, man, it's hell. It's hell for some people. Sometimes, you know. But then I've learned to play that tape through, right? I've learned to play it through. That okay, well, what if I go and get some, right? I can probably get away with it, maybe, but maybe not because I'll have to go back to my house. People will know something's off. I can't hide in my room for 2 days, 3 days, without anybody seeing me, right? If one person suspects anything, boom, UA, fail a UA. Then I'm on contract, which means I'm on a strict guidelines, right? Can't leave the house without a member, without being with a member from the house. A meeting every day. Um, can't do this. Can't. I won't have my freedom, pretty much. Um, and it may sound harsh or whatever, but it's really not because the man could say, "Well, then I want you out of my house." But if I was willing to go to any lengths to stay sober, no contract should bother me, right? Especially if I mess up and bring drugs into a clean and sober house. Um, then my mom would find out. Then my son and my daughter would find out. I'd have to restart my time. I'd have to confess to all you guys. Boy, does that all sound like a motherfucking nightmare. It's just not worth it for a cheap ass high, right? And the high ain't even that good no more. And knowing myself, whatever I don't have the energy for that I'd want to get done, I would get high. This is what would happen, I guarantee it. I would get high and I wouldn't get shit done. This would just spin and spin and spin. I would tweak out on my baseball cards or um, lock myself in a room with a porno or something, perverse. I don't know. That's what tweakers, I mean, yeah, it's horrible. Drugs make people fucking horrible. Um, that's what would happen. I wouldn't get nothing done. And also because I couldn't be seen by anybody. I would get greasy, grimy. My pupils would be bugging out, man. It's just all bad, folks. It's all bad. And somebody would see me and somebody would know something's up. Um, and even if I got away with it and I didn't tell anybody, secrets is what keeps me sick, right? I can't have secrets because I'm gonna now harbor this secret inside of me. And it's gonna eat at me, eat at me, and eat at me, and then I'm gonna get depressed, and then that's one scenario that could happen. Or I won't get it off my mind. I'll think, okay, 2, 3 weeks later, well, I got away with it that time. Maybe I can get away with it again. That's how it always happens. Always. That's how all my relapses happen. I'll start off sneaking a little bit of heroin or fentanyl, whatever it is. I'll do it once successfully, and I'll put it down for a couple weeks. But the whole time, I'm obsessing over it, right? Now I got that phenomenon of craving. Once I put it in my body, I don't, I just crave it 100%. So then my addiction will tell me, well, you got away with it. What's another time, right? And then it just snowballs, man. Then it'll happen once a week, then every couple days. And then next thing you know, I'm a full-on junkie again. And then everything I've worked so freaking hard to get these last 113 days would be for nothing. For nothing. giving up my son and his comforts, and and the space I put between us now, not living together or being able to raise him, would be for nothing. That would be a slap in that boy's face and my daughter's face because she's so proud of me too, you know. And I'm gonna be a grandpa here in shit like 3 months. God dang, that's crazy to think about. But you see what I'm saying? All for what? A cheap high. It's gonna last a few hours. I'm gonna be spun out of my mind, and for nothing. So today I make the choice to not pick up that pipe, right? And today I make the choice to get off this damn video, go watch some Breaking Bad with my kid, or watch him play his game, whatever he's doing, and be a parent today. I make that choice. I want to be a parent today. I don't want to be a drug addict. I want to be a drug addict in recovery. So, we all got choices, people, and y'all ain't stupid. Just like I'm not stupid. I know what's right and what's wrong. So when you're actively making a choice to do shitty stuff or douchebaggy behavior, knock it off. You know what you're doing. You ain't stupid. You might act stupid, but we ain't stupid. Us addicts and alcoholics, we know exactly what we're doing. Um, don't do the wrong shit. Don't do shit that you know is bad. Do the good stuff. Help your neighbor, help your family, help whoever you come in contact with. Be a good person. Don't be a shitbag. Okay? And if you're out there struggling, don't suffer in silence. Okay? Get it out. Talk to somebody. Go to a meeting. Talk to me. I've thrown my email out there to anybody that needs to communicate. I can't throw out my phone number on here, but my email, absolutely. And just love yourself, man. You're worth it. You're worth it. And don't suffer in silence, as my buddy Rhett says. I do it all too well, and I'm trying not to. You guys are the first person I've told anybody about my cravings to. I have not even talked about that in a meeting yet, or my sponsor. I told you guys. You guys have been there for me since the very first day, and so I vow to always be honest from here on out, and I'm gonna keep that promise. So even if I was to have fucked up, um, I would have fessed up to you. I would have told you. So anyway, car's running, spending time with my mom, my kid. My kid clogged up the toilet. It's been a nightmare trying to get this handled, but it was cool. It's good to be of service and be of use to my mom and eat her good food that she makes. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for helping me stay sober another day, and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend.